Hello everybody, welcome back to the Kenya P. Williams channel. On this channel we discuss reality TV topics and occasionally personal vlogging. Also, what you should know when you tune in is that when you're here, you're family. So if this is your first time, please take the time to subscribe. Also like this video. It is a free way you can help y'all's cousin out. But without further ado, let's get into the reason you're here. Now, I missed you guys last week, so we'll be going over both episodes 6 and 7, which basically consists of the vacation to the vineyard. Now, on this trip, multiple things took place, but it mainly revolved around Quad. They did give Dr. Jackie a little spotlight, and we even heard Dr. Alicia finally speak words, but nope, it was mainly about Quad. They basically invited her and then uninvited her, literally. And if y'all are anything like me, I'm sure y'all are wondering why invite her in the first place, right? Now, I gave all of them the benefit of the doubt, thinking surely they wouldn't invite this woman knowing they're going to turn right back around and send her packing that very next day. Now, I know a lot of my cousins on this channel aren't exactly fans of Quad, but she does have a pretty solid following. I witnessed it firsthand in the comment section of the live Phaedra did during the show with doctors Jackie, Simone, and Alicia. I mean, the people were literally letting them have it. I'm, however, on the side of what's right. One point I'd like to stress is Quad's lack of accountability. One commenter on a video with Quad and Carlos King said it the best when they said Quad never gives a direct answer. She gives monologues. She's exhausting. And I would have to agree wholeheartedly with that statement. Talking to her is literally like a trip around the world. She beats around the bush, takes every opportunity to brag on herself, and feels everyone else is wrong except her. She shows absolutely no humility whatsoever. If Quad were to step on her friend's foot on accident, instead of apologizing, she'd blame her friend for having her foot there in the first place, or bring up that one time her friend bumped her with her purse. That's an example, of course, just to point out a mental picture of her thinking and entitlement. Now, the women are angry at Quad for never apologizing for all the hurtful things she said and pretty much leaving them in the dust and not being consistent with their friendships when the cameras stopped rolling. Whereas Quad feels as though the girls haven't been real friends to her when she needed them the most. Basically, she thinks they're fake, and they think the same about her, and that she's using them to stay on the show. Dr. Jackie even said on a live that when the cameras stop, all of them stay in contact, with the exception of Quad. She's instead seen on girls' trip with other reality TV stars, but she says nothing to them, and if they try and reach out to her, she either won't answer or takes 2 whole weeks to respond back. And this is where we circle back to accountability, because while a lot of people are feeling bad for Quad, she has to own up to some things. Every single time, Quad plays victim, and it's draining staying friends with someone like that. For instance, if you're in a friendship that lasts longer than a few years with someone like this, it can only be for a number of reasons. Reason 1, you take the back burner a lot of times. It's literally all about them. You gassing them up, boosting their confidence and self-esteem, and they're doing nothing to pour back into you. 2, y'all stay on the surface. You never go into too much depth with conversations to be sure not to offend them and agree with every single thing they say. Or 3, you only hang out with them occasionally for a fun time. So y'all aren't really around each other long enough for anything to annoy you or pop off. If this is you with your friend, you may need to take the stance that the women did in this group. Stand up for yourself or move around, or both. Either way, it's not healthy, nor is it fair to you. Anyway, moving on, another main topic I'd like to discuss is how a lot of people feel that this is Quad's karma for the way she treated Mariah. If y'all recall, Mariah was iced out by these ladies in a similar fashion, and for a very long time, Quad would not speak Mariah's name or talk about her. And she most certainly accepted no fault in regards to her part in what went wrong. However, something I did find super interesting is that now that she's in a similar boat, she's more open about her feelings for Mariah and how she misses what they had. She still admits no fault whatsoever, but listen to this.
So Mariah and I had never been roommates. She was a very dear friend of mine. In fact, I had come to know her because I used to date her cousin. We were in a very, very, very strong relationship, very heavily rooted relationship, and when I met their family, I fell in love with them. I really did. I was like, oh my God, you know, Mariah's super fun, you know what I mean? Like, oh, she's my type, you know what I mean? Like, we just immediately kind of just clicked, you know what I mean? And I really respected the fact that they were, you know, educated women and they were wise, and I was like, you know what, I like that, you know what I mean? Mariah and I had come to know each other at that time, and then our friendship just snowballed, you know. And before you know it, we got each other so well, you know. Whereas I could say something and she'll finish it just like that, or she could say something and I'll finish it just like that. And you
Snow
know,
White and
a set of dwarves, baby.
Iconic.
You know what I mean? And it was never rehearsed. It was never rehearsed. It was just us being us. That was us. What people don't know, that was us on the daily basis. Like, we wake up with the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We woke up with it and just would have such a great time together, you know. And you know, our families meshed. It was just like family, you know. It was really, that friendship was just like a family-based friendship, you know. But I used to date her cousin.
Do you miss your friendship with her?
You know, the fun we used to have was just, it just was a good time. I'm a good time type of girl, so it just spoke to me, and I enjoyed it.
When you experienced what happened to you this season of Married to Medicine, it appeared that the girls were icing you out. They didn't want you there anymore.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that as well. But in that moment, did you feel like, is this what Mariah felt like?
I felt like, I see now.
Is that when, because Mariah's a star.
She is.
Okay.
Now let me tell you something about Miss Quad, honey. I don't believe in giving you nothing, but I also don't believe in taking anything away from you. So I'm not gonna give you anything, but I won't take nothing away from you. I just can't find it in me. I can't find it in me.
So you'll give her that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, I don't doubt her words. I do, however, question the timing and the dramatics. Quad is really theatrical at times, and it's hard to pay attention to what she's saying through all the extraness. But here's my true opinion. With all this going on, I still feel like this show needs Quad. Heck, it needs Mariah too, if we're honest. If they made up and went off to do their own show, like when David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks from the Temptations went off to start their own group, I would not be mad at that. I have no idea what it would be about, but I do know it'd be full of mess, which we all know is why we tune in to reality TV anyway. But irregardless, yes, this show needs Miss Quad, and it needs all of them. As they mentioned, this is one of the only shows running this long with majority of its original cast. Each one of them plays a vital role in the makeup of this show, all the way down to Mariah. And she's not on the show anymore, but she is when you think about it. When that show's credits come on, pay attention. Her name is still on there, and it ain't going nowhere. But this season, I'm between feeling bad for her and feeling like maybe this is exactly what Miss Quad needs to humble her and to sort of give her a dose of her own medicine. No pun intended. But anyway, what her future looks like on this show, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Dr. Jackie did hint that this one episode does not mean that Quad is no longer on the show. I mean, that would be a pretty big leap. But what we can see based off of the super trailer is it looks like Sweet Tea is going to call Dr. Jackie out of her name, or at least that's what they made it look like. Then you got Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone cursing each other out, which we've seen before. Sweet Tea talking about being peed on. Quad actually being in the same room with Dr. G, Dr. Alicia getting spicy while defending her husband, and Toya's invitation to Phaedra to join her in some one-on-one activities in the bedroom. All of which is refreshing to see because the whole first 7 episodes have been centered around just a couple of people, and I'm ready for the good stuff, ain't y'all? Anyway, let me know how y'all feel about this video and the past 2 episodes. I do believe we won't see the next episode until after the holidays. I could be wrong, but I believe that's right. If that's the case, however, I hope you all have a very blessed and special Christmas and a prosperous and safe New Year's. See you guys in the next video, cousins. Bye.